Hello and welcome to the Ask Unique Events show. Thank you very much for watching and listening to these. I think they provide a lot of content for those that are getting married, planning on it, thinking about it, friends, family members. Share, comment. We want to hear what you want to hear about. This show is for you guys, after all. This one is going to be a very laid-back, fun episode, I think. We've got two lovely young ladies here that are going to fill us in on the world of photography. Obviously, let us know a little bit about your business and kind of navigating through a wedding and how you guys do that. So Lindsay with Ivory Bliss, formerly known as Lindsay Herbert's Photography. Big changes on the horizon.
Yes.
And her associate photographer, Kaylee. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. We appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, good. I've known Lindsay for what, like 10 years? 11? Like, it seems like 20 years.
Seems like forever.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. But they say first impressions are everything, and there's a lot of truth to this because I will never forget the first wedding that I had with Lindsay. You know, we communicate a lot with photographers, and we'll get into why that's really important. But I remember getting the wedding party staged and ready for their introductions, and here comes Lindsay. All right, what's going on? What's the game plan for tonight? Just coming on super strong, which I love it because I tend to be the same way when you're at an event because you've got things to do. You have to be assertive. So I just loved how, you know, what's going on after that? Are they going to dinner? Are they going to do toast before dinner? Are they going to do a blessing? If so, who's giving the blessing? I need to know. And it's like, dang, I don't know if I've ever encountered a photographer that is so hands-on with like the itinerary. And it got me thinking, like, that's really, really important. So I guess first and foremost, why do you feel that's important? Speaking, I guess, for both of you guys.
Yeah, I think like for us, like there's so many elements that go into your reception, obviously, and so many things that you're trying to do. And a lot of times you don't think necessarily that it has to do with your photography, but for me, like just being efficient, like, you know, for us to kind of make the most out of our time is really important. Most photographers have like, you know, an hourly package or something that you're kind of, you know, maybe 10 hours or a limit to 8 hours or something. So just trying to be as most efficient when you're trying to especially like, you know, round up all those people and kind of get all these events done at that for the reception. So I think like working with you and, you know, we always touch base with the DJ right away to make sure that we're both on the same page. It's really important so that we don't get behind on things. But also just like, you know, there's little things that play into your photography. We talk all the time, Riley and I talk all the time when we do a wedding together about, and probably same for you as well, that, you know, a certain flow tends to work better. We love if people come in right away and do your first dance, cut the cake, and then maybe head to like your king's table or your head's table. Right. So that seems to work really well because the more that people feel like things are kind of moving along and like going quickly, the more people will enjoy themselves and stay and want to be on that dance floor. They don't have to wait forever for that. And then it's the more things for us to photograph and the more things for us to capture. So the more pictures you have at the end of the day. So it seems silly, but it kind of ties into your photography.
Lindsay and I get together, once, twice a month, and we talk about, you know, trends in the wedding industry. I think you hate that word, right? You hate the word trends, right? She's like, I don't know, I like
trends
the word
is
trends.
good and bad. It can get a bad rep, but trends are also good to know, especially for Iowa. We're always usually a little bit behind, so.
Right. So with that, again, every photographer, and this is me from the outside looking in because I'm not a photographer, and you see a lot of photography businesses on Facebook and Instagram, and there's a lot of them. So I think, again, just from a general public standpoint, what are some big differences in wedding photography? Like, how do you guys set yourself apart to be unique, but also how do you like stay true to your brand, and how do you recognize other photographers' brands as well?
I feel like for our style, we're not like, we're there to capture the people. Like we're there to capture you and your personality and how like two people are together. Like we're not there to throw you in poses that you would never do, or you know what I mean? Like we're just trying to capture like you and how you are as a person and how you are as a couple. Our style's very natural, very light, airy, very laid back. Like we just like when we're shooting weddings and engagement sessions, like we love to just have fun with the people and get to know them and make them laugh. And
yeah, it seems like most of the time when we're doing an engagement session or even just the wedding day, sometimes I'm like, man, I really feel like I'm not being a photographer. Like we're just kind of hanging out, we're like talking, we're like joking because, you know, those are the moments that you get to be you, and
Right.
you get to just be natural. And to me, like, capturing people in that way, and I think Kaylee feels the same way, like, that's so much more timeless. Like, that's something that you're gonna look back 50 years from now and be like, I love my photos. I love, like, it takes you right back to that moment. I know it's kind of something that photographers always say, but I think the way that we approach that is a little bit different. But, you know, about our brand, I think that it's not just photography to us. Like, you know, it's how can we use, like, you know, our position and kind of, you know, our business and our relationships that we have with other vendors, with Unique Events being one of them, to really just like help our brides have a wedding that is unique to them. And for me, like, you know, it's not just one thing to love someone's work and to, you know, think they do a really good job. And I think that, like, you know, we sometimes have a kind of almost like a planning role in what we do. We're setting up timelines for our clients. We're kind of trying to make the most out of the 10 hours they might have that day.
Yeah.
So
And you're not gonna like go into labor doing this, right?
No.
Because you're
No,
like,
no, no,
okay,
no.
okay, perfect. We're close to a hospital. That is one thing we have on our side. So
No,
if
I got a little bit of time.
Okay.
So I specialize in just engagements and weddings. So I kind of stay really busy with that. And then Kaylee, we have brought Kaylee onto our business in September of last year. We have an editor, Haley, who also, you know, just that is her main job, is to kind of, you know, work on perfecting those images. So we have different people in that, you know, specialize now in like a certain type of thing in our business. And ever since we brought Kaylee on, it just seems like we've really just wanted to be more than just a photographer, because we do so much more. We care so much more than that. We've been doing little things like, you know, styling and working on shoots like that. We've also, in addition to just doing photography, we also offer design services. So we can help you with your save the dates, invitations, RSVPs, programs, thank yous, whatnot. And then also we kind of already kind of starting to kind of help plan and style a little bit. So kind of all those elements just made sense at the perfect time. That we needed to not only just be a photography business that's trying to do almost too much, but more of just a wedding creative business that we have people on staff that really can specialize and kind of hone in on those different things.
Yeah, how knowledgeable is she, by the way? I mean, she's like this off the camera too, as far as like
gosh.
idea. Thank you guys very much
Yes,
for
thank you
coming
for
on. We
having
appreciate it. It's
us.
been a long time coming. So if people want to find you, the
Yeah.
internet users, they want to click to find you, where do they go? What do they do?
They can go to Ivory and Bliss. So actually, as of May 1st, we will be switching our Facebook page and our
Boom.
website to Ivory and Bliss. So right now, you can still find us at Lindsay Herbst Photography, but Instagram, all of that will be Ivory and Bliss starting May 1st. So like we said, totally keeping the same thing, but just changing the name. So hopefully everyone will find a lot more resources through that. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys again. Appreciate it. High fives. Nicely done. Nicely done. See ya. Watch it. Share it. Comment.